I laughed at it. I
know
thought it
you
was
did.
funny.
It's more of a monster movie than a clown
Blow it
movie.
out a little bit.
Hey, we're live.
Hello, everybody. This is day 2 of the Decatur International Film Festival. I am SB10K.
And he didn't keep the mic muted this time.
Woo! Good job, creature feature.
That's right, and I'm Rider Monkey throwing the squirrel under the bus.
Yeah.
I'm Rock Love.
I'm used to it.
With joining us today is
Lady Science.
Lady Science is actually
Yeah.
doing a thing with us.
I know.
making his second debut. Did we ever decide for a name?
Yeah,
for
did
you?
we ever give you a handle?
I'm the hero without a name right now.
And we
I'm
got...
pretty sure
Upcoming
that's his handle
contest.
from now on.
Name the new podcaster.
And
the
of course-
new guy.
Yeah.
And of course, with us again today is Rested Icon.
And we appreciate them coming again.
They also have like a portable Super Famicom, and I'm like all geeking out and shit.
There's a lot of awkward hard-ons here today, folks.
Yeah, that's just gonna be the title of my autobiography. Awkward Hard-On, the Rider Monkey story. Either that or it's gonna be my ska band.
Just as
That's
long
fair.
as it doesn't end up a Lifetime feature film, we're okay.
Oh no!
I kinda hope it does.
I can say you want that to
The
happen.
lifetime adaptation will be Uncomfortable Boners.
And I'll be played by James Woods.
Yes.
Even if they have to resurrect him from the grave in order to make it
Possibly.
happen.
There'll be a lot of weird, like, piano interludes in that.
Who's-
Very oddly
who-
lit.
Who's the
a
prince
lot of
from that
shame.
live-action Disney princess film?
Enchanted?
Yes.
Oh, who played him?
But who's the actor? It's Marsters or Marston?
Wasn't he also
James
Cyclops?
Marsden?
It's not Spike.
I was like, I've
But I
never
always
seen
mix
it.
him up with Spike.
I was gonna say no, he played Piccolo.
He's also the guy who played
Oh,
Cyclops
yeah,
in the
that's
X-Men
right.
films. Yeah.
Yes,
Dragon
he's
Ball
also the
Evolution.
guy that plays. It'll be an older version of him that'll play you.
But
Well,
then we
that's
not
lose.
James
But
Woods.
then we lose the Uncomfortable Boners James Woods pun.
That's true.
Is James Woods like 150 now?
And
Something like that.
very racist.
Ooh.
And a giant hypocrite and enormously misogynistic as well.
And he has a VCR in his chest.
And he very, very much likes
So
Reese's
handy.
Pieces.
handy.
Yeah,
He's handy.
Also,
Skitty.
good Videodrome reference. I appreciate it.
Love that film.
That's so good.
For everyone that loves James Woods out there, I'm among you, but it's really sad that he's such a terrible person.
But again, you could appreciate the art and still not like the person.
You can now further enjoy Cronenberg putting him through hell.
That's right, really. Honestly.
I can't
But
remember.
no, I always, if I wrote a biography, I was going to call it 101 ways to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I was gonna say, if you stopped at peanut butter, I feel like this would be a rated X podcast. Because I can
No.
only think of 3 ways that are
No,
clean.
the whole
Step
point
one,
is 101 ways to eat
dog.
peanut butter at the bottom in really small print and jelly sandwiches.
We need the guy that has, there's a weird mural in Decatur that is an octopus, like putting jelly
Oh
on
God,
toast.
Jelly Toast Monster! I
Oh, man.
love
It's
that.
amazing.
Randomly,
I need
it's
to
just
look
on
this
his driveway.
Huh.
So I realize now I didn't get my tab of acid. So I feel like I'm behind.
Well, we haven't put you through the initiation
That's
ceremony.
true.
There's also the drinking of the virgin blood, which is actually just fruit punch, so don't freak out.
Aw.
But there's the bathing in the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that was
Really-
part of the ceremony? I was just kind of...
It kills me. You beat me to it. You're like, you're drinking the virgin blood sacrifice. I was about to be like, you told me it was Clamato juice!
Well, for you it was, because Clamato is terrible. It's
love
bad and it should feel bad.
You're doing it wrong. Everyone hates Clamato, but if you mix it right, micheladas are one of the best. It's the best beer cocktail. I'm just saying.
Hands down, best Bloody Mary option is beef motto, which is like, the beef broth blended into. It makes it more
Audio
savory.
subtitle pointed in agreement.
Perfect.
No, you take the spicy V8 with the beef. It is so good. If you like a spicy Bloody Mary.
I do.
This makes me sad because the last time that I went to a film festival,
We were able to drink.
the last time I went to a film festival in
I was gonna
Peoria,
say, I could have brought booze to put in. I mean, there's nothing stopping us.
I'm pretty sure that someone did bring booze. Not me.
Of course
it's definitely
not.
out there in the cooler in the car.
There's not booze that was not brought.
Anyway,
Flask.
so yeah, we had breakfast the Sunday
we
after.
had his and her flask. We could have.
We could have totally brought that this weekend. But they had a brunch buffet for drinks
Fantastic.
for Bloody Marys. That's what I was trying to think of.
You
Bloody
mean
Marys.
a Bloody Mary bar?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, had to work my way around backwards.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes.
I get
Sometimes I
it. It was
feel
a
like
long
your
night
brain
last
is
night,
just
dude.
a guy like bucking around and there's old timey music and occasionally he's like and then he just goes back to walking around.
That explains why my best video to date is the old-timey silent one.
I still can't believe. I still can't believe that we live streamed for a solid hour last night and didn't have the microphone on. We had
that
a
was all you
special
guys.
guest and everything.
Yeah, I was really disappointed by that.
Sure you did. Well, at least that's what you're going to tell everyone. We just forgot the audio.
Which is, at one point, we were double muted.
Yeah.
Because Scrollbot reaches over and
Double secret probation.
muted the microphone
That is so much fail.
and then turned it back on.
And honestly,
You're IT professionals, folks. We were.
yeah.
It's pretty sad that between you two.
Yeah.
I just told him to start the stream. That's all I did, and I walked away.
Okay, I feel like I need to clear my
Oh,
name
there it is.
here.
You weren't here. Of course you're going to get blamed.
Yeah, you're here now, so it's no longer your fault.
No, it's Zach's fault now. He's walking off.
No, it's time to reveal the dark underbelly of the scandal that I've been swept up in concerning last night's stream.
Yeah, okay, you just explained it. We're all walking away now.
I was informed by a certain monkey who will remain nameless that all I had to do to begin the stream was to hit on our streaming system, start streaming. What the Rider Monkey did not reveal to me was that I also had to control the audio because he muted it after we did our Q&A section. Therefore, this one's on the monkey. And me a little bit for not double checking, but it's mostly on him. I will take my place under the bus, but I'm not going alone.
I filled my glass with Piv. I will let you have some. Are you done?
I think I feel vindicated. I think I'm good now.
No one believed you.
That's fair. You know what? I know, and that's enough. Actually,
Maybe I should just start calling Jesse he who can't be named.
He who would rather prefer it if not to be named, if that's okay.
Anonymous man. No, that has way too many connotations.
That's way too many, yeah.
Well, we're determining the prefix. The main handle is set. So we're determining the prefix.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I was going to say what might be a good idea for our live stream, as we are live streaming right now. We should actually kind of keep tabs on the movie that's playing.
Okay.
And then we could give like thoughts about the movie that's playing right now.
Not bad plan.
And then we could go back to babbling incoherently. But
But our strong suit is very much babbling.
Monster!
all right, so we are currently showing
Monster
the
is
film
awesome.
Monsters, which is
And
part of our human horror block.
Probably the strongest written, one of the strongest written shorts we got.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And why do you think so?
Because not only is it that kind of dark that should be terrifying to most folks, because that's gonna happen,
Okay.
but it takes you down a path, and you're walking, you're like, you're all happy, and they suddenly, a big bad wolf jumps out in front of you, grabs you by the shoulders, and whips you in completely opposite direction. You're like, what just happened?
So a very solid, hard left turn.
Yes.
So how hard of a left turn are we talking like a Deliverance hard left turn? Because that's a pretty hard left turn.
For most of the film you're watching, you're thinking it's post-apocalyptic. She's not allowed to go outside because the world is a scary place full of monsters. And she finally decides to go outside against her parents' wishes, and she gets out there, and it's a paradise. Everything's green, everything's straight, organized, and the neighbors see her. and the parents show up and realize what's happening and like immediately rush her downstairs, and then the police show up because they're only allowed one child and she's their second.
Yeah. Sad.
That's the movie. But the delivery of it still makes it worth watching.
Oh, the delivery is amazing. How many did you end up getting to see?
Not nearly enough, because this last month was tumultuous at best. So
I have a feeling you two are going to start
screening.
playing Scrabble together. The way you throw out words. Podcasting Scrabble. Who can outdo who?
I would say I think that kind of turn was very similar to, and one of the reasons I like the film we showed, I believe it was last night, Ivy.
Oh yeah, no,
Ivy had
Ivy
a wonderful turn just like that.
Ivy had a similar turn. It was just as good, but it didn't have the same resonance, I thought.
I understand that. I would like to point out, just for, I guess, clarification, at least I put a pretty hardline stance on zombie films of all sorts coming into this festival.
We just had the two.
Exactly.
But
And
both of them were very different zombie films.
essentially, the personal guideline I set for myself was that
We all kind of had the same guideline. Zombies are done. And
zombies are
buried
done. So
again.
unless you did something truly creative and interesting with that premise, you weren't in. We didn't do any sort of straight out zombie story.
I was
Greg
upset.
and Rhonda, okay? Are they lost? Are they here?
No, I think they're here. Greg and Wanda are in there, aren't they?
Greg and Rhonda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just making sure.
No,
I didn't
it's
see them.
it's my two friends Cersei and Max, and
And
then
then Greg and Wanda, yeah.
Okay.
because I can socialize, not always in the lab.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, zombies are definitely
Yes,
done and buried.
Yes,
again.
I think we can all just state the zombies are over now.
I'm not sure. Was it like the new Dawn of the Dead that was like really the kickoff for the fad of zombies? Like what?
Oh god.
where's
That was
the
right
line?
around the beginning of
Yeah, it's
it.
like I'm not sure exactly.
Was Dawn of
where
the Dead
that's-
before Shaun of the Dead?
Wait.
the reboot of zombies becoming?
I
Well,
think-
no, because I was in
I think
high
it was
school.
probably 28 Days Later that did that.
Let's-
Because once
Which
Let's
was
use the Google
inherently,
bot
like,
real quick
different.
to find out which one of those did come
I think
out
28
first.
days.
I think 28 Days Later was first.
I think it did come out first.
Yeah, 28 Days Later re-kicked the formula because they introduced something different, which was, hey,
running
fast zombies.
Yeah,
Right,
which
and
is
then
really
there was
scary.
the controversy over whether Dawn of the Dead having fast zombies was a good thing or a bad thing.
Right.
Which it
And-
was a good thing.
And then of course
I
early
liked the new Dawn of the
I
Dead.
guess
It's a very different
it's a different film, yeah.
And so you have to take them as apples and oranges.
Okay, I'm gonna make a
I'm
make
gonna
a
say
statement.
it doesn't have the same kind of social commentary that
Right.
the
It is a
original
more
film.
straightforward film.
It's a more straightforward film.
I think fast zombies work better for shorter formats of storytelling, such as movies.
You know why
I think,
fast zombies work in today's society? Cell phones.
Yeah.
If it was a slow zombie, you could literally pull your phone out, call somebody, and go, "Hey, there's zombies. You should probably hide." Or,
Just looking at
barricade yourself.
2002 was
Actually,
28
they're
Days
slow
later.
enough, I'm just gonna hit
2004 was
this
the
one with
remake
the
of Dawn of the
pan.
Dead.
Right.
Well, it's just a fast zombie works better for a shorter film medium, like a movie, because it's an immediate threat. Whereas slow,
And it's more frightening.
Yeah, slow Romero-style zombies work better for something like The Walking
Well,
Dead,
and-
because it's a constant pressure.
The thing with slow walking zombies was the fear was always in the mass.
Right.
Because there was
Yeah.
always just
It's
lots
the
of them.
mass versus fast zombies works for a smaller number of them, where you have a breakaway from
Mm-hmm.
the crowd. I don't think it's a bad thing. It was
No,
something
it was
different.
a good thing for the. I mean, let's be fair.
We've
When-
seen it all.
When zombies
There's been more
made a
slow,
break,
too.
when zombies started running, it was pretty much the end of the vampire era from the 90s. And the gothic era from the 90s.
And then strangely those things danced around
Mm-hmm.
because the 90s had gothic vampires, which then did their own weird things, and then it came to zombies, and then there was that zombies and then vampires again, but this time not so much in the horror way, but much more heavily in the
fringe
paranormal
stuff, yeah.
romance and whatnot.
Well, I mean,
There was like
you
a
go,
Cracked article or something that did the whole political. This is why zombies are popular here, and this is why vampires are popular here.
I mean, you'll have that, but and then even now, I admit, I really enjoy watching the CW show.
iZombie?
iZombie. Thank you. Of
I
course,
heard it's good.
it's yeah. Tiny Torque knows.
Tiny Torque is on board for iZombie.
It's a combination of things because the actors they have on the show are very seasoned actors, and they do an amazing, outstanding job. The writers are doing a really good job because they're playing off the whole comic book thing for a television show, but they're like leaning into the comic book thing for the comedy and still taking the whole zombie thing serious, which is a little weird because zombies in it aren't necessarily mindless.
Right.
Yes.
Well, the non-mindless, the sentient zombie,
Which
is something that I think is not overdone, and when it is done, often is done well. Like, Return of the Living Dead 3 is actually the one that sticks out in my mind most in that series.
Oh yeah,
'Cause that's the one I saw the most as a kid, and the whole idea of the female lead struggling with those two natures.
Yeah.
But-
Live fast, die young, leave a flesh-eating corpse behind.
But let's be honest here, everybody. iZombie really is just a reskinned vampire show.
Kind of.
It's just a reskinned vampire show.
Kind of.
The
Actually,
comic it's based off of is solid, though.
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna,
I'm
I'm gonna
not.
say the comic is solid. Actually, they're doing a lot of other things with it because this last season of iZombie, they went like everything suddenly like everyone knows about zombies because they're part of pop culture, right? Mm-hmm. And all these zombies are walking around and they're trying to eat brains so they don't go mindless and stupid and do something stupid. And everyone suddenly realizes there are zombies about, and they're suddenly terrified because they're worried that people are just going to start murdering them. So with that in mind, it's actually a really great story for race tension.
Yeah.
Intriguing point.
Although I would argue that like at least the first half of the first season of iZombie was kind of weak.
Well, yeah, they were still finding their
But once
stride.
they found their voice,
A lot of shows like that also tend to. I think this is the Whedon approach. Is like Dollhouse. The first half of the first season of Dollhouse is intentionally relatively interchangeable, and
Right.
feels like you're watching reruns in the middle of the
does.
day. And it's
Also, I want to
serviceable,
commend
but
you for bringing up Dollhouse.
Oh,
'cause
Dollhouse is amazing, but
I
the thing is, it
haven't
doesn't
met someone
fully.
else that really watched it.
Oh, it doesn't hit its stride until the 7th episode, and then it just hits the ground running and doesn't
Like a
stop.
bat to
once
the
it actually
face.
gets into the myth.
And
Yeah.
that's because Whedon knew that one of the things that killed Firefly
I was
was
gonna say,
that
he
the
got
shows.
he got burned by Firefly because it was just like, I've got this great myth arc that you'll never get to see.
And it was all shown out of order, so while there's continuity in the first 6 episodes of Dollhouse,
It's very loose.
It's loose, and if you miss it or it's out jumbled, you won't lose too much. And so, and then Dollhouse is amazing. If you like sci-fi and you haven't watched Dollhouse, you're doing yourself a disservice. Avoid all spoilers. Watch it season 1 through season 2.
He also picked up, I want to say, 3 or 4 different Whedon actors from that show.
The cast is amazing, and I'll be completely
4.
honest. I can't think of her name. The lead.
Oh, yeah.
From Charmed.
Like,
True Calling.
Eliza.
Or no,
Elijah Dushku.
Elijah Dushku.
Yes.
She was on Charmed. Oh, no, I'm having a.
No, she
No.
was
That's
like
True
True Calling.
She was
True
right.
Calling.
She was
Zach
Faith Lahane
Galifianakis.
from Buffy.
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest. While it was kind of originally set up to be a showcase for look how varied Eliza Dushku's acting is, she's kind of weak as a lead. The people around her, I'm saying, if
Extraordinary.
there's one thing that I can criticize about
Topher.
the show, it's that she's kind of
Topher,
weak as a
yeah.
lead, but everyone around her is amazing, and the episodes where she's a supporting actress, she's stunning.
Yes. No, yeah, she's a very solid sport actress.
The guy who played Victor is amazing. The guy who played Topher's amazing. The lady that played just fell out of my head.
What's her? Yeah.
She's
the
Australian.
Asian descent one. What?
Yeah.
The one that had a thing with Victor.
Yeah.
Sierra.
Man,
Sierra.
Now,
All of them are amazing.
Now, knowing that she's not a strong elite actress, that kind of shoots my idea on how to fix Buffy right in the foot, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Buffy also had an extremely talented cast of support characters.
All right, so I guess I should preface this. SP10K's way to fix Buffy.
Make Faith Buffy.
Just after Buffy dies, she's dead.
Yeah.
That character's
No,
gone.
Yeah.
Because the show should play by those rules. The character's dead. And now they go, well, the monster's still out there. What do we do? Well, we do have a backup Slayer.
I'm gonna say, well, and that they did cover that in the show. I mean, let's be fair, they did cover that.
But let's face it, everything after she dies,
Hit and miss.
Hit
that
and
show
miss.
begins to swirl around
It's
the drain.
not everything after that's bad, but it's not as solid.
I'm gonna say the ones that work really well, but then there are episodes where you're like,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Besides, if we hadn't had season 7 of Buffy, season 7, then we wouldn't know about redheaded.
Willow.
No, the other one, redheaded nerdy girl, Joss Whedon, Joss Whedon.
There were two? Oh, you...
Yeah, the one from Supernatural that hangs out with Will Wheaton all the time.
Felicia Day.
Felicia Day.
I forgot that she was
solid but overhyped.
Well, she wasn't in it very much.
I like her as one of the, I really like her as the new bad in MST3K.
Well, yeah, but that's almost, I mean, honestly, you almost have to do that.
Yeah, but her and Patton Oswalt, solid choices for that. But I
Absolutely.
digress.
Well, Patton Oswalt's solid in pretty much everything he's in.
By the way, has anyone else seen Happy?
No.
It's not officially out yet. I may have saw it early.
Okay.
It's
What?
good. It's good. It's so good. You guys need to watch it.
Let's just all hold. Hold.
Dramatic pause.
Pregnant pause.
Just waiting for that to be like, it was okay. Dramatic pause for emphasis.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
I could have wrote it better, you know.
Well,
It seems to be following the graphic novel it's based on pretty tightly. The basic premise is he's an ex-cop. He got fired for some reason. He's now a hitman.
Oh, on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, I'm there.
yeah. And then he dies, but he gets brought back to life in the ambulance, and his brain adopts the imaginary friend of this missing girl, and the friend's name is Happy. And it is the funniest thing.
Intriguing.
Oh, it is
I guess
so
I know
good.
the actor they have playing is was the male lead from SVU, isn't it?
Yeah. Crap.
I
what's
don't
his
know.
name?
The male lead from SVU.
My brain always goes to Wet Hot American
we-
Summer.
That's fair. He also had that Fox show where he was the bad 90s dad.
And he was also, I think it was season 5 of True Blood? 4 or 5.
Oh, I watched 3 episodes of True Blood, turned it off, and said never again.
Yeah, well, you haven't met my wife. She
That's fair.
really liked it.
My wife and I shotgunned season 1 of True Blood, went out and bought the Blu-ray immediately for season 2.
And then realized it was all Anna
and then
Paquin's chest.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Is that
overall,
the
I
problem?
thought it was a really good show. It kind of had a thing with the, it was kind of like the opposite of Star Trek movies.
Okay.
No, it was like opposite of Star Trek movies. First season was really good. Second season had its moments, but overall, it had a plot line that went out way longer than it needed to. Third season was really good. Fourth season didn't know what it wanted to do, and I haven't seen the last
There's
two.
only one reason to watch
It-
True
it
Blood,
just goes
and it's 2 words.
down.
Russell Edgington.
That's
Yes.
fair.
That
Such a good character.
that character is amazing.
Since we're
Dennis
in this
the
like
Layer. Oh.
since we're in the outland of all this monsters and
Oh yeah,
TV
by the way,
shows,
Outlander. No,
Gelding abs.
Have you had a chance to watch Midnight Texas? Yes.
No.
Yet.
I haven't had a chance to watch that
It
yet.
is really good. The first season is very concise, stays on point,
Good.
follows through. Honestly, the season ended and I was like, well, where the hell are they going to go? Because that was the entire season story arc.
Good.
So I was
Interesting.
really impressed.
There's some good horror television right now.
I was really surprised because it was
And
from
then there's The Walking
NBC.
Dead.
Walking Dead is,
It runs into the same problems
I-
the comics did
I-
after issue 100.
I figured something out about Walking Dead a season ago, and that is that there are some shows that I'm not strictly a watch it week to week or a shotgun it person, but Walking Dead is a show that when I'm watching it week to week, I do not enjoy. but if I watch it once the whole season's out, I enjoy it a lot more. I've given up on the show a couple of times just because I fell behind and didn't care to catch up. And then my wife was like, "No, just try the next season." And then I went, "Wow, this is really engaging." And then I fall behind again, and then it's this cycle that we go through. But I just learned that I don't watch it week to week.
If the show would come up with a plot line that is not just survivors reach area, survivors stay in area for a minute, everything inevitably breaks down, goes to hell, zombies invade, bad guy shows up, they move,
It's
they
been the
find
same thing with
just,
variations.
Just do something else.
But again, the comics. It's the exact same problem with the comics.
It's
And
even
But it's
the,
not like they're adapting the comics all that
even
close.
the Complement
really.
show.
Fear the Walking Dead.
No, not the Complement parody show on Sci-Fi Channel.
Z Nation.
Z Nation
Solid.
has moved on off of zombies, and they're now doing like post-apocalyptic. What's her face?
I really hope all that's picking up on the mic.
They would probably, but
There is a murder going on in the theater right now.
what's her